Greetings, everyone, and hello. It is Friday, 4 o'clock on the Pacific West Coast. I am with Lesa Noelle. It's time for another episode of Lesa Noelle's movie review. Yes, Lesa.
Yes.
How are you?
Happy Friday, everyone.
Happy Friday.
This Friday, we are going to review the 2025 film Frankenstein, directed by Guillermo Del Toro, who is one of my favorite directors. He's awesome. I love his look. He always does very fairy tale, surreal looking films. And today we have a super special guest. It is Justine Tasbrick, who is a Frankenstein fanatic. She loves Frankenstein.
She's a Frankenstein fanatic?
Yes, from the novel to all the films. So I had to have Justine come on and talk about this film. I just so want to know what she thinks of this film. She loved the novel.
So. You, Justine.
Hey, how are ya? Good to see you.
Hey, Justine. Hi.
Hi. Yep, this is like my favorite thing. I love Frankenstein. That
is so exciting.
Not a lot of people know that about me, but yeah, I had to do a treatment of it when I was in college. I studied myth, and so the title of and it's in this film actually. The whole title of the book is Frankenstein: A Modern Prometheus. So my subject was you had to pick a Greek god and then do a modern and a ancient treatment of him and compare the two. And so mine was Prometheus, and I lucked out and got to read the Frankenstein as part of my modern stand or example of Prometheus.
Okay. Justine, who is Prometheus?
Prometheus is the god that stole fire from Olympus and gave it to men, and was punished by all of the gods by being put on a rock, chained to a rock, and his liver was picked at permanently by an eagle.
Like forever. Like forever.
Infinity. Yes, for all time.
Okay, I remember that. Actually, that's okay. Okay.
Yeah. So the author, Mary Shelley, she was courting, or I guess dating, this poet, Percy B. Shelley, and who was the son of a politician at the time.
Okay.
That her parents knew. So she had kind of fallen in love with this guy. He was a poet, and they went on a literary trip with Lord Byron one summer in 1816, and that is where she got the inspiration to write the book.
And Lord Byron, it was a famous poet at the time.
Yes, huge famous poet, right. Yeah. So, and they did these workshops. So that's how, they pay and go for a summer. And that's how kind of that poet would make his money, kind of teaching kind of his thing or showing his thing and doing, they do it today, even in universities, right? And so the tradition is carried on, but that's where she got that inspiration for this novel. And it's really a remark on technology. When she did it, it was a remark on technology and how how they were using technology and how it would affect others.
So they got together. Now, were they dropping acid or something like that?
No, I wish.
But they got together, and it was like a story contest dare, right?
I think it was just, I'm not sure if it was a dare or if it was just like her.
The story contest. Let's see who can come up with the best horror.
I think it was like more like a challenge.
A challenge.
To say more than like the contest, like who's going to win. But it's like a challenge to each other saying, okay,
got it.
Who can actually get this out there and in in the culture, right? And Mary won, obviously, hugely. You don't hear a Percy Beast much, but you hear Mary Shelley.
Yeah, I mean, this put her on the map,
Chick
right?
one. Cheers. I love her.
Mung Finglewood wants to know what the liver symbolizes. And you're talking about they picked at her liver.
They picked at the Prometheus's liver. It's a good question. Yeah, I'd really have to think about it a lot. I didn't do a ton of a treatment just concentrating on that part, but it is a really good question, I think.
Yeah.
If you think about it, the cleansing, it's a cleansing organ. So, it cleanses the blood.
There you go.
So that may have some significance to that. Yeah. Hey, Treach.
Symbolizing, yeah.
Yeah, there's a ton
Hi,
of
everybody
symbolism.
who's here.
Yeah. Yes. Rob Finn is here, you guys. TPM Yoshi is in the house. People want to know what we're doing. Let's see. Is there a banner for what we're doing?
We are reviewing the 2025 Frankenstein. So let me just put it right here.
There you go.
This is the easiest.
Here is the Frankenstein. Now, this is the latest Frankenstein movie to come out. I got to tell you, ladies, I haven't seen the movie. So you're going to have to really let me know what's going on and make me want to see this movie. So.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I think I can do that. It's first of all, his cinematography, it's Guillermo Del Toro. Need I say more? If you haven't seen his films, they're like art pieces, these beautiful, stark art pieces using a lot of contrast. So in this film, he uses a lot of chiaroscuro or light contrast, right? Dark and light, very light, very dark, right?
Yes.
He uses a ton of that.
Guillermo Del Toro he makes the most beautiful films. They're like, everyone is like a fairy tale, right? Mm-hmm. Labyrinth, Hellboy, The Shape of Water, which Pinocchio, Blade 2.
Yeah, he did so many cool films.
Yeah. And the one thing about Guillermo Del Toro, is that I think he a lot of times he sympathizes with the monster.
Oh yeah, which I appreciate because I always did too. I always sided with the monster. I always thought Victor was kind of a jerk up until the very end of it, right?
Victor Frankenstein, the doctor.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
He's just So I was rooting for the creature, I suppose.
So in that sense, just in that sense, to me, it changed the film from what we always see as the classic Frankenstein story.
Yeah.
Because he identifies with the creature. And, we all know Frankenstein. What is Frankenstein about? It's about a creator and a creation, and the responsibility between the two, Right. Do you feel that way, Justine?
Well, yeah. And a remark on it, thinking about if I actually unleash this on the universe, what is the effect on others too? Not just the created thing and just you, but everybody around you. Look how it affected the men on the boat in the beginning scene. They were pretty innocent. They had no idea what was going on. And here comes this thing marching at them just because they took this guy in, Victor. And now this huge creature is after and all he wants is Victor. That's all he wants. He doesn't want to hurt anybody else, but
listen,
if you're in the way.
Listen, Justine, since you know the novel so well, as I really don't. as much, So as I was watching the film, I was wondering, like, the beginning, like what you are talking about, how they start on the ice,
Yes.
With the wreckage of the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Is that how the novel starts? Could you just
It
for
actually
like
does.
a second?
It does start
Okay.
that way. You kind of start out first at the end of the story in the Mary Shelley book.
Okay, so it's
you
one
do
of those
just like
start
the
at the
film,
end.
which is what I appreciated why Guillermo Del Toro did that, is that's how the novel starts. It starts with explaining, Victor's had this accident. These guys on this boat take him in, and the monster has been, I call him the monster, the creature has been following him. Just, it seems like he's been following him. So now that he's trying to get to him, he wants to talk to him. He doesn't necessarily want to kill, he wants to talk to him, right? So the big difference, though, I guess, is that there's not all this violence or this huge fight or anything like that. It's more subtle, in the novel. Here it's like, big and explosions and very cool and, very cinematic, and I think you need it for a movie.
In a way, right now, I think we're going to do a little spoiler if you haven't seen it, because yes, there's a big difference in the storyline from the novel, right, Justine?
Oh yeah,
I mean,
there are big differences.
I got confused because, well, number one, when you see him create Frankenstein, I love that. It's very steampunk. His lab is very
that's really cool.
And liquidy. And when he's creating his creature, he's stitched together with flesh. It's not like big bolts and metal and
right. It was more of a piece of art, right? Yeah, it was art. He's art. He's not grotesque. He's not so grotesque, this creature with the bolts on the side of his neck and, grossness. I mean, but he's gray and bluish, but he's not grotesque.
He's gray and bluish and slick, where the other Frankenstein was yellow,
or green,
like
like that color of really. This is more like otherworldly, other dimensional. Like if you think about, the aliens, the gray aliens, right? Mm-hmm. They're not green men, they're gray. So he made him otherworldly, and he's something other. He represents something that's not man, and it's not, we don't know, it's something man created, right? So it's very complex.
And the look of him, it's beautiful. I know that the actor is named Jacob Elordi, who played the creature, and every day it took them 10 hours to put his makeup on.
He is probably
everything in this. It's not CGI. It's not AI. No. It's not fake. It's all.
There's no AI. I can't say there's no CGI. The only CGI they used was for the wolves in a scene and for deer. They used it for deer and wolves. So animals. So they didn't have to use real life animals, right?
Okay,
and that's
I like
normal.
That being an animal activist.
Well, yeah, too, and it's expensive and it takes more time for filmmakers to do that. Yeah. Frankly, it's easier to use CGI, and it's fine. It's better, isn't it? It's better for everything. So that's fine. But Frankenstein is all Jacob Elordi. Everyone is everyone. The sets are real. It is amazing. I mean, it might seem to you like it's unreal. You know, some of the way that he uses color. I like how for Victor it's all black and red, you know, and it's
Yes.
so very
He's very
stark
symbolic.
red.
It's very like that scene that Gary just had up right there. That was where
Isn't
you
that
know
with Elizabeth?
that was the first time he meets Elizabeth.
Yeah. And
Um
she found him, and then she goes back to visit him in that horrible thing he's tied up in. Ugh,
right.
Victor.
So Justine, what did you think of all the story changes about Elizabeth?
Oh, Elizabeth's really cool. Elizabeth,
Did
you
you
look at
like
her. Oh yeah, I love the character of Elizabeth because she's almost like Mary Shelley herself, right? She's a thinker. She studies. She's into science. That's why Victor falls in love with her because she's a scientist. She's no dummy. She when she goes in to visit Victor and basically tell him, "No, I'm choosing your brother over you." She goes in there and examines the body and knows all the parts, the anatomy. So the girl's not stupid. She's not just some debutante that's getting married off. She's had some education. So I
Mhm.
appreciate her as a character
Right,
and that input that she does understand what is going on, what
right.
Victor's trying to do, and what what that creature is, and he deserves love, you know?
Yes. Um, again, like what Justine and I were saying is that Guillermo del Toro really humanizes the creature.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that he really sees this story. So Guillermo del Toro um thought of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein as
Mm.
his Bible. He
Oh, cool.
wanted to make this film. Guillermo del Toro wanted to make this film for 30 years.
I can tell that he
Uh,
had read the book. I could tell he did.
and
I
he
could
loved
tell.
it. But you
Yeah.
can see the difference how he really created a different story in the fact of it's now, not really a horror. It's more of a suspense drama. I mean,
Well,
it
yeah,
is
and
like a love, a story between almost a father and son.
it is. And into it can even be compared to a god and creator or creating or created, a creator and created.
Yes,
So that relationship, father son, same type of deal. Um it's also has to do with compassion, how you treat how you treat others that you view that are lesser than you,
uh-huh.
right?
Mhm.
Because really Victor views the creature as something lesser than him instead of his child, which in my opinion you view him as, he views him as kind of a pet, like a
Right.
dog to be chained up. That was what was bothersome to me.
Yeah.
Seeing it again was that, oh man, that's disturbing. That guy's wrong. I forgot how wrong Victor Frankenstein was in this. You know, he
Yes.
creates this. You should love that creation, not hate it. And it's a, yeah, it kind of shows that
I found this, and let's see if you agree with
problem.
me. I felt like the original Frankenstein story, the doctor took less time to try to bond with his creature. I felt that the doctor of this 2025 film took more time to try to bond with its creature, and he was kind of like an abusive father.
He
He
was
kind of
impatient.
he was
He wasn't
impatient.
impatient.
Yeah.
In that shows, you know, he doesn't. The lightning hits him, and he expects him to breathe, but he
Yeah.
doesn't. It takes overnight, right?
It's 420.
Ah,
I thought I said something wrong. I was like, did I get beeped? Like Jade.
We're
Beep.
Happy 420,
Right,
everyone.
we want to remind everyone in chat, if you've seen the movie and you want to interject with Lesa and Justine, go ahead and let us know what you think about the movie in the comment box, and we'll get you to be part of the show. In the meantime, it's 420. Stay on the pot.
I will.
Art of Floundering is here.
Hey, Will D, what's up?
Hi, Lewis. Hi, Leela.
Hey, Leela.
Hi, Tretch.
Lewis Cook.
Hi, everybody. That's all I can see
Say
right
hi,
now.
Lewis Cook.
Louie.
79 in the house, checking out the review.
Yeah, we're gonna put up the link if anybody wants to come up and talk, with us.
Yeah, come on up.
You dabble in, because I can't wait to find out what happens in this movie, because like I said, I haven't seen it, and so far what I've found out is that it's a really good drama. The characters are intense, and you really get to know these characters, so I'm willing to can't wait to find out what's happening. Let's say hi and 420 up. Alfie Zaza is in the house, ladies. Say hi to Alfie.
Hi, Alfie.
Hi, Alfie.
Stefan Whiting is in the house. Boom, boom, boom. Thanks for stopping in and watching the review.
Yes.
Fab Daddy.
Fab Daddy, what's up?
Fab Daddy, hi.
Curtis Knight in the house.
Hi, Curtis.
Hi, Curtis.
29 Trench again. Yeah, so thank you all for being here. I hope you enjoy
Brian's
your 420 session. Let's get back with
the Okay, so what was I saying? I have no idea.
I don't know. Does this mean I have to put down the weed?
No, it certainly does not. It's your channel too. Absolutely not.
What did I want to say? Oh, so just a little though. The drawings, the pencil drawings that Gary put up, those are drawings. Yes, right here. Those are drawings from Bernie Wrightson from
those are really cool,
like the 80s. And this is what was in Guillermo Del Toro's book too. He collected these, when he was thinking about doing this film for 30 years.
Yeah,
really
I remember those. I was a huge Bill Wrightson fan. Yeah, I remember these.
Did you see how much one of Bill Wrightson's drawings went for? Up to $1 million.
Yeah, that's amazing. Wow. It's just, just someone that basically collected the books. It's like, I should have bought one of those like 30 years ago. Oh, well. But yeah, I mean, those drawings are awesome. So I can understand where he was coming from. And I do appreciate, especially all the comic book stuff that was done. And the cool thing was those first two, he does it in 3 segments. He does it Victor's Tale, and then I forgot what the second one was. It's Victor's
Bernie's drawings, or
no, I'm talking about in the movie. He does it in 3 segments, and I'm saying that in like the first 2, it was more like the horror films, and then in the third, it was like the book. So, but the Bernie Wrightson drawing kind of brings them both together. The horror and the book, which, it's interesting to see, what film can do, what rendered drawing can do, what writing can do,
and it's interesting
medium.
Right. And it's interesting to see what other artists, inspire this artist. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
So Justine, I wanted to, go ahead, Gary.
No, I didn't mean to interrupt you guys. I was just kind of wondering, now the lady that you guys were, because like I said, I haven't seen the film. So this is Elizabeth. That's like his helper. And then
that's
his. I was going to bring Elizabeth up, Justine. So
right.
yeah.
Is Igor, does he have Who's his staff?
Okay, so instead of Igor, Victor has a brother, and his name is William. And he's actually, a good looking kid. And William's fiance is Elizabeth. That's William. That's the brother's fiance.
So that's one sway from the novel, because in the novel, the doctor is going to marry Elizabeth. In this film,
gotcha.
Right.
His brother is going to marry Elizabeth, but he is in love with Elizabeth.
Right. They do this kind of, I'm in love with my brother's, fiance type of story to try to, but really it's, she's just like, psh. At first she kind of is falling for him, but then, when she sees how he's treating the creature, she's done with him, I think. Because she is such a humanitarian. She reminds me of somebody pretty modern, like somebody that is concerned about being humane.
She is the one who is concerned about the creature. She's the one.
So, she's the one that cares.
I thought it was very symbolic. I mean, do you feel like the novel is very symbolic also?
There's a lot of symbolism in the novel. I think it's just different than what he's put into the film, but I think that's necessary for the time that the film is made, right?
Yes, it's
he wasn't trying to be anachronistic with the novel where he's trying to do it exactly the way it was back, or talk about what she was talking about. He's trying to kind of bring it into the modern, I feel, right? Where talking about how you're treating people that are different than you or that you perceive that aren't on the same level as you. Let's put it that way. Or treating animals or, what have you. That's a big theme of this film, I think. And I feel that it's pertinent and it's correct and it's really, really great. And it also is a lot about forgiveness and intelligence and versus brute force too. There's a lot of that like kind of woven within the film, I think, all the way through, which is also interesting. So yeah, and then there's a ton of color symbolism. Like I was talking about Victor with the red and the black, and then Elizabeth, it's greens and blues. So with her, it's more, those symbolize her colors of love and compassion, heart chakra, third eye chakra.
The colors of the creature.
Yeah, and the creatures, he's like bluish gray. So he's kind of in between this world, but he is like in emotion. He is in complete emotion, and blue is a color of emotion. Right. It's so he's very, very, I wanted to call him, I don't know. He's just so deep, he's really intense, very Scorpio-ish energy. That's what I want to say. But it's, as cheesy as that sounds, it is. It's very deep and intense. Right.
So I thought it was very interesting how Guillermo did change the story a little bit, and he combined all the women.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you noticed that Mia Goth, the same actress who played Elizabeth in the beginning, plays his mother. Did you notice that?
Oh, I didn't notice that.
So
they did a good job of, wow.
So his mother is the motivation for him to want to try to make life go longer. He wanted to save his mother.
He did. And that's the whole motivation behind the bringing somebody back to life thing. And that's crazy too. It was like, he was so obsessed with death but yet his whole motivation was to make life. But in it, he got so obsessed with death, it overtook him. Right?
Yeah, he couldn't handle the responsibility. That's
No.
that's why I say it's like it's really about and it's a deep subject, because it's like, what is our responsibility to the things that we create? And now we have AI. Do we have a responsibility to that? What are we creating? Do we know?
Well, to all these like computers and things and robots, right?
Yeah.
Do you, as human beings, and you're creating intelligences, it's dangerous, scary stuff. Like iRobot, do you really want to be rude to AI? I mean, I think of Wes, Rich New Design. Hey, Frank, Rich New Design saying, be nice to the AI, but really, I don't want to be mean to it. I don't want to be mean to anything. Okay. Isn't that the point?
Yes,
right?
That is the point.
Don't want to be mean. Just why? And then people
yes.
cry about, well, God's mean to me. Well, look at that. Yeah.
I mean, I think a lot of films are Frankenstein films. A couple days ago, I saw Megan, the horror film with the doll.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Same thing. It's the same thing. It's about
the same plot trope,
a
but
creator
right
creating something that they lost control over.
Right.
And where is the responsibility?
Yeah, Megan is a good film. I saw that one. I remember that. She's super intelligent. Yeah.
Megan the doll. Yeah, she learns.
Yeah.
The doll learns.
Yeah, she learns and she's super intelligent. There's a similar film too like that, but it's in a disembodied mind. But yeah, it's all this about, and so that I think harkens back to the Shelley novel about the responsibility, right? Our responsibility over the technology to ourselves, to the human race, really all of society. It's
saying all that. That's why I was wondering, because you love the novel so much, and I was so curious to see what you thought, because it makes such a difference that the novel makes the creature. I mean, the creature kills 2 people in the novel, right?
Yes.
And in this film, none.
He
0.
doesn't, unless you count some of the guys on the boat where he kicks butt. Now there, in the beginning, well, whoopsie.
But, I forgot about that. That was like, there was some fighting going on.
He wasn't like aiming to kill those people.
Right.
And really in the novel, he wasn't aiming to kill those people. He killed them by accident because he didn't know his own strength. He was trying to be gentle and then to go, oh, pretty, oh, shit. That's the kind of reaction and so that at that time, that's what Mary Shelley was saying, right? Is that this thing doesn't know its own strength and could squish us and doesn't mean to, but will,
And did you notice that Guillermo Del Toro's creature almost did understand, because when he met Elizabeth, he was gentle with the leaves.
Yes, he was.
He knew what that was.
Yeah,
to be.
He had, and the interesting thing is in the book, the monster starts out intelligent. There's no like period of learning there. He starts out intelligent. Here he doesn't, but he has like an emotional intelligence.
He starts grows.
Where not in the novel, he doesn't have emotional intelligence. He has to learn that. And that's what he learns from the family in the village in the book. Is he learns an emotional intelligence, where here it seems like he already had it, so that enhanced that, and he learns actual he learns how to read and stuff. So that was kind of the difference that Guillermo did with the film rather than the book. And I think that endears you more to the creature than in the book, right? Because he's already emotionally intelligent. He's gentle, he's kind. He doesn't want to harm things. He doesn't want to be mean. He just wants to learn. He's innocent. He's an innocent life. He's a baby. He was just born, and Victor is treating him like crap, like total crap. Chaining him down. He didn't do anything wrong. He didn't hurt anybody, but he's chaining him because he's scared to death of what he just created. Dumbass.
Yeah. So again, I was really it was really interesting how he combined the three women, because even in the end, she became the bride.
Yeah, she's still yeah. So, because he was asking Victor, and he does this in the novel, you got to give me a companion. That's not fair.
He starts one in the novel and rips her up, right?
Yes. It doesn't work out. It didn't work, It wasn't like the second time, it wasn't coming up like the first one. And so that was the novel. He didn't even touch in this one, they never even try. It's just that the point was, if you don't want me with actual people, because the creature, everybody was in love with Elizabeth. Poor Elizabeth. But if you don't want me to be with humans, then you need to create one of my own. What's the matter for you? You're gonna leave me all alone here. Kind of reminds me of the Audio Slave tune, Show Me How to Live, right? Nail in my hand, from my creator, you gave me life, now show me how to live. So that's also kind of a very Frankenstein-y tune. Call to, well, hey, you can't leave me here all alone. That's not right.
Yeah. So in the end, it's almost the same ending, but way different by one thing. And that's the sun hitting his face.
Oh, that was such a good scene.
And he symbolically takes his hood off a little bit.
Yeah.
And meets that sunlight, and that changes the whole ending.
Yeah.
And I loved it. I loved the ending. There was hope, and that's why I say that he kind of also changed it from a horror film, because, really you can't have beautiful hope at the end of a horror film.
Well, right.
Because the ending of a horror film always makes you feel uncomfortable. And
it was always ironic to me that really they made Frankenstein into a horror film, really. The only real aspect from the novel as horror is piecing together dead people to make this automaton, right?
The horror is in
that's
the doctor.
Horror-ish. Yeah, he's horrific and he acts like a horror show for sure, but that's the only real aspect of that. The monster's highly intelligent, he's erudite, he's very well read. The guy, you can't even say, it's like he's a professor, he comes out smart. He's not stupid. He's smarter than Victor. And in the film, he's way smarter than Victor emotionally. Victor is absent emotionally. Victor's lost his emotions. Victor is drowned. He says the one that brought his emotions back alive was Elizabeth, right? That brought something back in him, because when his mother died, it's like a big part of him, he died. It was pretty unhealthy, actually, kind of the relationship he had with his mom. In a way, I mean, it was sad. She died when he was young, but still, that was not he did not have a healthy relationship with either of his parents. It was just not good. Okay. So he took that so hard, and then he was the dark kid. And so he became this dark creature. He was the creature. The creature was like the human part of Victor. You know, that's how I see it anyway.
Right. Right.
I've always liked the creature and
Right.
thought he was wronged and should have justice. And also it kind of opened up. I was like,
Okay.
it seemed like there could be more of a story. Like you could fill that in after, after
But
that.
that's interesting you said that, because Guillermo Del Toro gives the creature justice in the end.
Yeah, he really
And
does.
he
He does. It's
also,
great. It's really
in the end,
beautiful.
he also gives the doctor back his respect.
And his
Really,
humanity.
his
Yeah.
humanity, because
Yeah.
now in the end, when he says he's sorry, and you are right, it's about forgiveness.
Yeah.
And he forgives the doctor.
Right.
That, as they come together with that heals everything.
Yeah, and it's all like, let me give you, the whole thing was, you need to hear, okay, there's this thing about, there's one side of the story, there's the other side of the story, and somewhere in there is the truth, right? So there's always three sides to a story. And so that's what this film is giving you, is the three sides, so that you see the truth comes out in the middle, that, that from when you hear the creature's side of it, you're like, oh my God, yeah. It sounds like, oh, well, when Victor tells it, he sounds so horrible, this creature. Oh my God, what,
Right.
it's, you couldn't help it, you're a victim. No, he's not a victim. He unleashed it upon himself. He did it to himself. And
Right.
and so karma, FAFO, is coming to find you, and you need this, and it's gonna be okay, actually. So there's a lot of really good in that. Yeah, I could
the
write
very
novels
ending
on that.
goes with what you just said, because Guillermo del Toro wrote in the end, they say a line from Lord Byron poem. And what is
Yes.
that? The heart will break, yet brokenly
Oh, I
live
love
on.
it.
The
Yes.
heart will break, yet brokenly live on.
Yeah, brokenly live on. Oh,
Yeah.
that made me cry. I was like, woo!
And I guess that's where the hope comes in, because,
Right.
it's so hard when something happens to us and we're broken.
Yeah. Well, and
But
I think that that's most of us, right? I think
yeah.
that's what this life does to you, is break you, but it breaks you so light can get through. There's something inside. And so maybe that's why we're here, to break you into something new, right?
Yeah.
A metamorphoses, so to speak.
Yeah.
Let's get into more Greek myth and Ovid. By the way, if you've never read the Ovid Metamorphoses, you should. It's beautiful. I totally recommend that. And it is along these lines, because it is a change. He's changed something into something else, like a caterpillar to a butterfly, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's all of these
And
things.
and I love that, brokenly live on. It's like we are no longer perfect. We're no longer, that's okay.
Yeah, no,
We
we're
can
not
still
perfect.
go on with
Right, because
cracks and
right.
problems, and go on with the pain, because sometimes we have pain that is always going to be there.
Yes, yes,
You
yes. That's
know,
so very true.
you know
That
that.
yeah, I do. Yeah, way too well.
Yeah.
And so you have to, it's about healing, and not denying that, but going forward, right?
Yeah.
Acknowledging it, feeling it, and even having to cash it out like they did. I mean, how many people get to do that in their lives, actually hash it out with each other, And that's what they did. Whether it began so very explosively, but many times it doesn't it? You know, that
and in the end, the creature lost his father and his mother, because Elizabeth was like his mother.
Yes.
So now he's going on with nothing, but he's going on.
He's an orphan, but as we all end up that way, because unfortunately it's the way of things that your mother and father pass on before you, right? It's not so tragic. It sucks, but it's not so tragic, because that's what's tragic is if you passed away before your parents. That's tragic. Okay. But your parents passing is the unfortunate way of things, because we all pass. It's a cycle. So he's kind of at that point taking his breath and like, okay, what am I going to do? This is me now. I don't have anything to chase anymore, or to get at, or to hate. I am, I don't have to do any of that. I'm free.
Alone.
And how freeing that is, though. And how freeing the healing is, and all of that, too. There's a whole world of possibility out there, What really... Oh, we have something coming along. Hello.
And absolutely, I'm learning so much about this Frankenstein movie. We've got about 15 minutes left in the show. We're going to put the link up in chat, ladies, in case someone wants to come up and chat about the movie. If you've seen Frankenstein and you want to come up and you want to interact, we're going to put the link up. There's about 15 minutes left in the show. We want to let everyone know that at 5 o'clock, when this show ends, it's Friday night, and we all go over to Mr. Smith's for his...
Smithy's not streaming.
He's not streaming. All right, so we long if someone comes up then. And then at 7, Pole Vault and the weekend...
he's going on.
And then at 9 o'clock Pacific, it's Lori's Mishmash, right?
Yep.
And then 11 o'clock, it's Gary Hubb's Parking Lot Warrior.
Woo.
And then at midnight, it's Leela. So Friday nights are really happening. We're going to be here every Friday night from 4 to 5. We're going to do some reviews, the Trippy Hippie Show, but let's go over here. Let's put the link up in chat, ladies, and then
and let's see what people were saying.
No one's really saying too much. We really don't have any moderators out there, so it's just like wild out there. We need a moderator. It's like
I'm like, here, I want to know what people are thinking. He's like, I don't know if you want.
Make Leela moderator. Make Leela moderator.
I'm like running the show, so I don't really have time to go deal with this nonsense. But
show me your hunger.
Ridiculous.
No. I saw some important
things.
No one. Look, all right. Let's do this. Let's get rid of this guy. All right, I took one of them. Put someone else out. All right, so the link's up if anybody wants to come up if you've seen the movie, because if Mr. Smith's not going to go, we can go a little extra tonight. Am I getting a spoiler? Am I finding out that Elizabeth dies and the creator dies? Is that what I'm finding out?
We don't. Well, yeah. I mean, if anybody's read that's what happens. Yeah,
Elizabeth dies
ultimately.
Elizabeth dies in the
novel. So does Victor. So that happens in the novel. So I don't know if it's so much a spoiler that those things in every film have to happen in Frankenstein for it to be Frankenstein. Really,
let me tell you something, Gary. we all know that Elizabeth dies, but we didn't give it up how she dies.
Yeah, we're not
So
telling exactly what
we didn't give
happens.
that up. It's actually not a spoiler alert. But
Right,
it's,
because it's a part of the whole, been a part of the whole Frankenstein whole thing forever. So it's a part of all of those films and the book and everything. So it's not really a spoiler.
Die differently.
Technically, it's not a spoiler, but
Yeah.
we're not telling you exactly how it happens in the film.
Look,
so that's different.
Lewis says it's a 208-year-old book.
Yes, it's so old. Yeah. I mean, 1816 is when she conceived of it. Yeah. It's very, very old.
I mean, it's
awesome.
So many people use it now as a template. That's, I think.
Yeah.
Even like we were saying, the horror film Megan, and just so many.
Fab Daddy, Young Frankenstein is one of my favorite films of all time.
So
Put in the Ritz. Okay.
So funny.
I'm not a Frankenstein buff at all, but old Frankenstein is all I know about Frankenstein. In the original, do they kill the Frankenstein beast?
No. Well, in the book, they don't. No. In the films, those horror films, they took a lot of liberty and used it more as horror, whereas the book isn't really a horror film. They just amped up all the dead stuff about the dead body parts and the bolts in the neck and made that all freaky and the lightning and the lab. And then they added Igor, which is a total plant that was never in any of the books or anything.
You mean Igor?
Yes. The guy with the big bulge. I love him. In the Young Frankenstein. I forget his name, but I know him.
There has been over 460 Frankenstein films created.
Yeah, there is just a ton of them. All the Boris Karloff and,
that's who everybody really, the image we have of Frankenstein.
When I was a little kid, my first trick-or-treating experience, my mother took me on, and this is what 1975. Okay. There was this guy at a double door, so he had the screen down in the first part of the door, and he could hide underneath it. He was in full movie Frankenstein makeup with the bolts sticking out of his neck and the whole thing, and he was huge. He had the whole outfit on, and I walk up to the door and I knock or ring the doorbell, and this guy pops up, and hello, and he leans out at me, hello, and I'm like. I'm three, okay? And maybe that started my obsession with Frankenstein. Yeah, I can see it as plain as day in front of my face for the rest of my life. I will die with that image.
Oh, it's crazy, man. There's spin-offs too with this whole Frankenstein thing, right? Like the Munsters was like a spin-off kind of.
Oh, I love the Munsters.
I did too.
Right?
Okay.
I wonder how many. There's got to be at least maybe 5 or 6 Frankenstein movies, maybe more. There's probably
a lot of them.
I just said there's over 460. I think there's about 463.
All those horror films and everything. There's a ton of them. But then I want to say, oh gosh, maybe 25 years ago, there was one with De Niro played the monster, played the creature. And that was a really good film. That was also a good movie where they were empathizing with the creature. So check that one out. It's the De Niro Frankenstein. I actually saw it in the theater.
Wow.
Yeah, it was really good.
Is it called Frankenstein?
Yeah.
It was called Frankenstein.
Yeah, look it up. It's one of De Niro's. He was he played.
I like De Niro. Yeah.
Yeah, I love De Niro. Yeah, Robbery's great. But and so I had to see it for him. But it was also very interesting of the whole totally different treatment of that than this film, and of the novel, completely different, very very different. But yeah. Again, really a must see in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I just think it's a really great story.
I'm going to have to give it a chance, and I think I will watch it. I think you ladies have talked me into watching it because Lesa knows how much I love drama, and I actually watched the trailer. And I don't know if I watched the right trailer or not, but the trailer I watched had like it was massive CGI. It had these like gargoyles flying around.
Oh, you did not watch the right one. There's no gargoyles in this. And there's no CGI.
I looked at
no, that's not the right one. This is all, I think you would love it because it's all makeup. It's all Hollywood makeup and scenes. It is, like I said, the only CGI in this are animals. So big dire wolves they use in this one thing, and then deer. You know, that's it.
All the ice is all real. They shot in Canada.
Yeah, everything else is real. It's really beautiful. And the buildings, oh my God, the scenes. They have this huge like relief of Medusa, the Gorgon Medusa. That is just in the lab. It's like, wow, that is so cool.
Hey, Lesa, Ada 6000 wants to know if Lesa has an OnlyFans. But
I thought that was a naughty thing.
She does have a super sticker, and if you want to give her, like $100 sticker.
Yeah, Guillermo Del Toro is really, his cinematography is so artful. It's like a painting, whenever like Victor will walk away in his cloak and he's got that red and black in it and it'll go, and it's this, even with the fabric, he'll do this whole, like, it's this whole thing with it, it's and so beautiful.
The steampunk lab. I loved that.
I'm totally into steampunk. The whole kind of film is steampunky.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the scenes, all the buildings, everything in the contrast, that chiaroscuro, the contrast of the light and the dark, right? It's so
and that
striking.
Kind of vibe I like.
Oh yeah. Oh, and that lab is so gothy. Wow. It is so cool. Just all the visuals. Yeah. It's so visually striking. So, and it is a pretty fast-paced film. You don't get bored. I would warn, if you get a little grossed out by things, you might want to just look away for a minute. It's not too bad. It's for gore.
When I think of Frankenstein, I'm like, I can't wait to see the scene where he brings them to life, hooks them all up, and so that's a pretty good scene.
That is a great scene.
Yeah,
that's an action. In this film is a very action-packed scene because there's more than just that going on, and you'll see I don't even want to tell you what's going on exactly, but there's that happening. Because he's waiting in the. It's the 1800s, so he's waiting for a lightning storm. It's not like there's electricity. He can just flip on a switch, right? He has to wait for the lightning to come. And as in the other films, they're doing the same. They're waiting for the lightning to come, right? So that's happening. And then all of a sudden, imagine all of a sudden your dog has to go outside. Something like that happening.
Right.
But it's slightly worse, That's what's going on, and he's got to deal with that situation, and that's starting to explode. Like, now the dog needs to go to the vet, type of deal. And you've got this, you're trying to bring about life from death. So yeah, that's the kind of scene it is. It's pretty crazy. It's really good.
Yes. So we both recommend this film.
Highly.
Yeah.
So I've had to block 3 or 4 people.
You're just getting spicy tonight, huh?
It's Friday, It's the juice.
You had to leave the vertical because the phone was just running wild over there.
It's the Friday after the lunar eclipse. That's all.
We're not rated X, but we are rated R. We're PG-13 R. So you got trolls. I think once we get going a little bit more, we'll find our moderator. You know, like every channel has a couple really good moderators that show up for all their.
I know. I know. I don't have a moderator.
And I only catch it when it's like completely out of control, as far as the comment. You know, I'll let stuff slide, but when you get too crazy, you know,
it gets a
and
little
I'm always
gross.
funny. I'm always like, "Oh, Gary, we don't need to worry about it. No one's gonna say anything stupid."
And then, no.
Yeah, and then
you have two talented, beautiful, smart, intelligent women up on the panel, and you're going vertical. The trolls are going to come. That's just how it is.
It's the verticals. All the verticals are like this.
Right now, what you could do is you could log into YouTube right now, because that's the only way to really make someone a moderator, and then go in to the chat, and then next to Leela's name, make her a moderator.
Yeah, you just go into the YouTube chat. Like open the chat.
So you
yes, I didn't open that.
So hopefully make Leelaverse a moderator.
But you can do it even after we're done, like the chat's still up. You can do it there.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay. As long as you know their name too.
And you can do it in studio. If you don't know how to do it, I can show you how to do it. It's easy.
The only reason I can do it in studio too, but the only reason why I like to do it in YouTube chat is because it's so easy. You just go in there and you make them a moderator. They're here, they accept it. Yeah. Sometimes when I go into the studio and I put the person's name in there, it won't come up.
I know, it's annoying. You have to know how they put their name in. It's annoying.
This person's name in there and it won't come up. So when you get them in chat in YouTube, that's when you make them a moderator, because they're there and it happens. But not that Leela has to, but Leela is really high on the totem pole and can't.
We just know she knows what she's doing.
Oh my God, I love Leela.
Leela knows what she's doing. Leela runs her own channel, and she's.
I love how we're talking about
be able
Leela.
I just mean whenever she's
okay, when she needs to, and she'll know when to do it and not to as well. Okay, we're not puritanical. We're just we want peace and healing. We're not.
Well, so that's pretty much. So he brings them to life, and then they both die except for the creature. Is that what you were telling me? Kind of.
Yeah.
The creator, Elizabeth,
and he has to go on as an orphan. His parents die, and he lives on, which is a good thing, right? That's what's supposed to happen. Yeah. It's sad. It's bittersweet, I think you would call it. Just as kind of we all, my parents have passed. Both of my parents passed years ago. So
sad ending sounds like kind of.
I would say, Gary, the ending is the very ending about the creature is different, because I interpret it different in the novel. Don't you, Justine?
Yeah, in the novel,
you interpreted that he does go kill himself.
I didn't interpret it that way, but I interpret it that he could. Right? It's that open. It's that question. Right?
So here in this one, just with the fact that the sun comes on and he smiles and does that, it's symbolic, and it kind of
that he has hope.
He's going to go on. But in
this
the other
Frankenstein's healed, right? The other
this one he's not healed.
No, he wasn't.
In the dark, icy darkness.
He was more a very dark creature. More like the god Prometheus, where he's punished for all eternity on a rock, with his liver being picked at. That was Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. This one is released from that in a way, because he's had the conversation with Victor and accepted the forgiveness and given forgiveness, and therefore been set free. Yeah. So he can see the light.
And Fab Daddy, we agree with you. I loved that part.
Oh yeah, that was so
What's
cool.
it all about? You guys,
So after there's this portion where the lab is destroyed, okay, and if the creature gets out and he's basically he ends up on a shore and he finds clothes and he wanders off and he finds a village with this family, and he watches them from afar. He acts kind of like a Bigfoot. He doesn't want to like approach them. He doesn't want to scare them or freak them out because he knows they'll probably want to kill him. So he just tries to do little things for them, like protect them from the wolves, or
gather food for them and leave it.
Right. Leave things, and in turn they call him the spirit of the forest. Although this old man, who's like the patriarch of the family, knows better. He knows something's out there that's intelligent. I don't know what it is, but we'll call it this so the people don't freak out, right? So he calls it the spirit of the forest, and the kids leave him clothes and food and little like offerings, and so he takes those. He's like, yay, yeah, I need towels and stuff. And so there's this exchange for a while. You don't know the time that passes, but then finally he's able to approach the family. Goes off, it's the winter or something, and the creature finally approaches the old man, the patriarch, who's blind. He can't see him, so he doesn't judge him so harshly. He's just able to judge him on the way he's acting, the way he's serving, and not the way he's looking, which is a little bit off-putting if, you don't like somebody else stitched together in like 7 feet tall, which is what he looks like. So he develops this relationship.
You would like that scene.
You would really like that whole thing. Yeah. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
And that's the very difference between the movie and the book. In the book, bad things happen in that village with the creature, but not in the movie. In the movie,
not until the end.
Really cool.
At the end, it does happen.
Well, yeah, I didn't want to give that away, but that was a bummer. But yeah, you'll see what happens there, and that's what Fab Daddy was talking about. He kind of gave that one. It's not my fault. Oh. I don't know how many people have seen this movie. It's been out, I think, on Netflix since like November. I think.
Yes, you can watch it on Netflix. Yeah, it's been out for a little while on Netflix.
Yeah. I don't think too many people saw it because no one, there's not really that many comments on it. Just Fab Daddy pretty much is the only one that made a comment about the movie. So I don't think many people saw it. I don't think it's readily available. And even like I said, when I tried to find it, I had a hard time finding it because look, I watched a trailer that
it's right on Netflix.
Yeah, Netflix is the place to see it. That's where I saw it. Was Netflix.
Okay, yeah. See,
you could probably get it on Amazon Prime, right?
You can get pretty much anything in it. You can rent anything on Amazon Prime.
I have a. Where you just talk to it and then it brings up everything. And I think it was Frankenstein is what it brought up.
Oh, yeah, that's a different film.
$5.99 or something to watch it. So I watched the trailer and I was like, oh man, I don't do CGI.
But, no, that's not it.
Yeah, that's the wrong one. Yeah.
No, Guillermo Del Toro would never do CGI. That, like I said, they use CGI for animals now because it's so much cheaper and it's humane. So it's kind of a win-win situation between the film industry and, animal rights activists because you don't have to use animals anymore. Like you can just use CGI. So that makes sense to use it in that way, but not for the whole stupid film. Yeah, I agree. I don't like that.
No, this film, they went to 3 different countries to get all those.
Oh, I believe it, because all of the crazy buildings that they're using. Oh my God, that was the coolest thing. The architecture.
Yeah, it
was so cool. All the Gothic architecture. They had to. I wonder where they got that tower. If they built that or if they found it. I would like to know about that.
It was either okay. It was either in Switzerland or England. They did go to Canada. I remember reading that they did all the ice stuff in Canada.
Oh, nice. Cool.
It's icy.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Great White North. I'm surprised they didn't do some in Detroit. Anyway, the way it's actually been nice the last few days. But yeah, it was so gothic. It almost looked like Sweden. It could have been England though too, you know. I mean, I've seen some crazy. I went to Amsterdam and saw some crazy Gothic churches. Wow.
Ooh,
They were almost, they were so, this one, I want to go back just to go church hopping, just to see the architecture, because it was just so, it was on this hill and you looked down at it and it was so black. It looked like something out of a Dracula movie. I was like, that's cool. But it was a church.
From being worn?
Just the way, I guess it was just, it appeared to me as black. You know, the actual stone that it was made from was so dark it looked black when I was looking at it. I wish I still had the pictures. I don't have them anymore, but it's hard to explain. It was this certain church right in the city of Amsterdam, and it's huge. And it seems to like take over, and it's so dark. It's like, whoa, that's so creepy. It's cool. You know, you don't want bats to fly around it and stuff. It's cool.
So you guys, it's 5:10. I think we have to dump everyone over, right? Is there another show starting?
Not yet. Pole vault starts at in like an hour and 45.
Oh, I thought someone started their show at 5.
Smithy's not well, so he is taking his stream down.
Smith goes at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, he's not doing well right now. So
we're
say some prayers for Smithy. He's just not doing real good right now. So that's what I heard from Valerie today. So say some prayers for him.
Mr. Smith, get well. We love you. You're awesome, dude.
Yeah,
because this whole Friday thing is just a nonstop marathon of fun, Friday fun. It starts at noon with Valerie has her show.
Yeah.
On Friday. Oh, I love her. She's so talented. Yeah.
The Flockers. Woo.
You know, I just
Friday Song Club.
I want to say, just while you know, we were saying that to Mr. Smith, I also want to say to Tam from Tam's World. He got in an accident. So I want us all to, you know, send him some healing energy.
Yeah.
Good juju. Definitely.
That accident, he needs a lot of prayer sent his way too. So Thams, we're always thinking of you.
Yeah, we love you, Tam.
That's my buddy. He's a cool guy, man.
You'll heal. It's just takes time.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, they both will. It's just going to take, you know, some good care and time and self-care, Smithy.
Healing.
If you're listening, I hope you are, but probably not.
Absolutely fantastic. So, you know, what do you think, ladies? Are we pretty much, have we let everyone know what this Frankenstein movie is all about? I mean...
Yeah, I mean, I think so. Without having to give away too much. I mean, I could talk a lot about Frankenstein, but you know, I want you to go see the movie. What?
I told you she was a fan.
It's insane.
Let me ask you, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give this movie?
I would give it a 9. It's that high, especially for a Frankenstein film. It's that high. Yeah.
I would give it a 9. Yeah.
Even a 9?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. Just for the cinematography alone. And very good acting, by the way. Very good acting. Those actors are very good. What was the actor's name that played Elizabeth again?
The actress who played Elizabeth was Mia Goth.
I like her. I liked her a lot.
I like her too. She doesn't really even look like this, which is awesome. I love it how people.
That's even better. Yeah,
I love dark hair, and she looks different.
I love actors that can do that. that can really transform themselves into the character. And I felt that she did a great job. Yeah. I loved her outfit. The outfits were cool.
Man, those feathers.
Yeah,
I
and
didn't
the
realize
blues.
that was like a thing back then.
I didn't either. And the blue, it seems so very almost Star Warsy, didn't it?
Yeah.
You know, like Queen Amidala-ish.
Yes.
Very princessy, but yet she was so intelligent. Like at first she was like, oh, it's gonna come out of this chick's mouth, derp-de-doo-de-dum. No, it was like, no, I know all about this stuff. And I know this, and I'm a scientist, and screw you. And I was like, rock on, chick, I like you. It was a very pleasant surprise out of that character. Elizabeth. Yeah, I really enjoyed her, so. Yep. It's good stuff. Yeah, but again, I don't want to give too much away. You know,
right?
You guys got to go see it. Go get Gary. Go get Netflix and go watch that. And there's a lot of other good shows on Netflix too lately. I
like Netflix.
I found the Frankenstein film because I went to watch Big Mouth. I don't know if you guys ever seen that. It's an animated show called Big Mouth.
Oh, that's a crazy one, right? I can't remember.
With the hormone monsters are my favorite thing. Okay.
Okay, I know what it is, and I think
it's about teenagers growing up, and then all of the things that happen to you as a teenager are embodied in cartoon characters. So hormones, you've got hormone monsters, you've got love bugs that turn into hate creatures, stuff like that.
Right.
Come visit the kids, and it's really, really, really funny. And
so that led you to Frankenstein. Okay.
That actually, I found the 2025 Frankenstein. I was watching the stupid Big Mouth, and I'm like, oh my God, I have to watch that. And then Lisa's like, do a movie review with me. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I know what I want to watch. So there you go. That's what happened. Too funny.
So thank you so much, Justine, for coming on.
Yeah.
Giving us all your expertise of the novel and the difference between the novel and the film. And
my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Frankenstein was just insane. When we appreciate that, all the ins and outs of everything.
Yeah.
Just a fantastic show tonight. We're going to be back. Are we be back next week with Trippy Hippie, or is that the week after?
No, it's I'm gonna have to take off 1 or 2 Fridays, and then I'm gonna start my variety show.
All right.
There's gonna be all kinds of things in that. So
maybe we'll do another movie review next week. Who knows?
Definitely, yes. I mean, I'm gonna be doing more movie reviews.
Yeah. And
that's cool.
Everyone, thank you so much in chat for being here. Thank you, all the trolls in Vertical, the ones that had to block. And if you can, please, there's some links to Lisa's PayPal and Patreon. Would you have 4 Patreons, Lisa? It'd be nice to get a 5th Patreon, so someone join. And help us stay on. Until then, there's GMAY, Justine Kasrick, and Lisa Noelle. We'll see you next week.
Thank you so much. Have a great weekend, everybody.